The land was taken far back in 1973 with an executive instrument, 75, and the total land space that was taken was 2,002.58 acres. And as we speak now, out of which 1,602 was retained by government, that is for use. The rest were not taken as by the executive instrument clearly says. What is really happening now on the ground is that the Kufour administration in 2008 did release portions of this land to the family, and a document was prepared. Esther Dapa was made to sign a document on that behalf. It was announced. It was one of the press conferences that was held at the Ministry of Lands and Forestry. I personally took part in that program, and I must say on authority that in as much as it was announced, a document was made available on that. It is sad to know that after the document was prepared, or that press statement was made public, some people immediately approached government to know which ones have been released, and the Odai Ntow family were told they are part of it. As we speak now, no official document of a site plan has been shown to the portions that has been released. The same MPP government in 2008 that released the land, with some of their officials who were then in office, with President Kufour, His Excellency, knowing that these portions of the land has been released, went back, stayed on until they got power again in 2016, and ventured back into action and started taking these lands that have been given to Alodia owners. We can speak a name of a few, and it is sad that as old as President Kufour is now, becoming a president and being respected to that level, and then he leaves office to go and sit in the house, and then his own people turning around him and going back what could be considered as his most credible achievement within the Ghana state, within the confines of the Ghana state, as doing an offer to the Ghanaians, giving them portions of their land, and his own government turning around his own group of people after his power has been taken over from him, turning around and going back and then looting on that same properties. It tells you their level of disrespect, arrogance, impunity, the level of character that they've shown against our Excellency President Kufour. The man will sit back in the house and ask himself, why, my people, why? I will not be speaking for him, but I know consciously, if he begins to hear stories like this, the Queen Mother went personally to his house and asked him, the land you gave to us, your people have started looting the property. It is very sad. The man just bowed down in shame that such a thing should happen to him when he had the power to do such a thing, and then his own people have turned around to discredit him to the people of Ghana. It's sad. The next issue has to do with currently those at the Ghana Atomic Energy who are giving out indentures. I never knew Ghana Atomic Energy has been converted into Lands Commission. And we have never heard that Parliament has passed any law mandating Ghana Atomic Energy Commission to start giving out land, alienating land to prospective developers, especially government officials within the MPP government, to loot to that extent. We are calling on Honorable Abangbagbe. He, as a the speaker, should look at this issue critically and ask some of his members who are in parliament now why they are doing that. For once, we are putting all these issues before parliament, the Chief Justice, the IGP, the oral team, and His Excellency, our able man, President John Dramani Mahama. His reset agenda for Ghana and the establishment of the oral team should take this as a task. We urge him, we appeal to him, we are praying that Mr. President, for once, we know what you can do. If it's even to the extent of assigning a new contract to your brother to take it up, we'll be so glad. Because we know your brother is competent as you are. Ibrahim Mahama, if he's giving this tax immediately, that go and look at this Kwabenya case, we will sleep in confidence. We will sleep in confidence because the man is able, we know, even though he's not in government, if his brother tax him to go and do this, we know he will come out with good results. Thank you. A policy of government that as government acquires land, either by executive instrument or by legislative instrument, it is taken for the purpose for which it was acquired. It would interest you to know that the Ghana Atomic Energy land acquired in 1973 was taken for a purpose of the positioning of the reactor at the Ghana Atomic Energy premises at Kwabenya here. It will further interest you to know that the reactor, after the overthrow of President Nkrumah, portions of the reactor was carried away by the Russian government. These are facts in documents of Ghana government. It is also going to interest you to know that the portions of the reactor that was left was completely dismantled or taken away on the 27th of August 2017. So as we speak now, there is no reaction. There is no radioactive reaction within this environment anymore. And we want to put a test to that by challenging the government and the Atomic Energy Commission that if they say we should stay away from the atomic energy land, hence the positioning of the reactor, we want them to come out. We want the government to deploy men to come to the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission to prove to the whole country that there is still some radioactive reaction going on within their premises. Hence the need for us to stay away on their land. We are very much aware that somewhere in 2008, President Kufour did release portions of the land to the landowners, the Alodia owners. What was released to us has so far not and never officially been handed over to us. But on documents, in state files, with legal brains of this government, it is spelled out clearly, which a copy of it is with the Queen Mother, that portions of the land has been released to the Odai Ntow family. Where is the land? Again, we say, where is the land? Where is the land? Your Excellency, Mr. President John Dramani Mahama, it is our cry. We are calling on you to put your oral team to a test for this country to see your competence, your intelligence, your energy, and the zeal for which the Ghanaians supported you to vote you into power. Betty Atemfo claims to be an NDC man, but he connived with the MPP administration government to loot our property. Betty Atemfo, again, currently, after relocating all the DVLL agency and the police workshop from its original place at 37 and bringing it all the way to Kwabenya Atomic Land at Boshe, is currently allegedly selling a plot of land for $3 million each. $3 million each. Mr. President, our call is on you. The able men, the strong intelligence team that you deployed for the oral team must be put to work. The competent lawyer Martin Akpebu should come out and investigate this particular case. We know their competence. We believe they can do it. And this is our cry to you. Thank you very much.
First, no, yanu, ya baby a market no one. Yes, say Betty a war, ama woman. Until you advance a second to our car. Ya say na akanswa, our mobile ever found son, on idea. Sasa said no makers. Assistant drive bebre, who cop one swap. Brosa over whom makers no see dino. Me ko be someone as I said 25 no see Obama me 2 billion. Onu na ebeti ama. Nso oya osofo na Nyankopon wo ho die. Ye hwa nyame. Nti anya ade aye kwa awoma ye face. Omo ni beti a na ye. Enu nti na ekita wo mu pictures na ade wo. Na asase nso anya de nyina aye di ma ho. Ye kitwa aka na omuti ai eno na ewo me bi eno omo afa ni nyina nti mo hwe TV so ambo se ya sisi dan bebre meji this as atomic wo akusa be yo bia nkofo omo wo dan no mu no on betrem idamasi sa government ambo amia me wo didie wo ni mu say ya konyo ayetisu wo Kwabenya Ntaifa domi bribia no government no winning ya so we dey ye yiri ye woman winning ye na ye num so ye ja papa ye kasa ni maso onu ni maso pa na jo mama mpehwi etres onu nukwa ni president wa tra konyo sum 3 times ye miensa wa no di ninsa so ye sword nim obi anso oda enti anya sika pe no oba besu amanimba enti so ombo amia meko ni fie ankasa ko bisam say papa e ure fimi ana enti monka trejo mama so ye ready mi ba ni ho so ombo ami na so omma nkofo aba me ni hwe ameka etrese mo ana mepe idamasi